everyone, to the Fatty Patty 2x4 channel.
All right, we are going to be going to Guitar Find's shop, and I have something to give him. I have a present, and he doesn't know it yet. I'm going to be bringing him this amp. He doesn't know it, but hopefully he enjoys it. We're going to surprise him at his shop and give him this amp. All right, we finally made it to Guitar Find's shop. I have the present right here. I'm about to walk in. Do you have to ring the doorbell? I'm not totally sure. All right, we're here. I don't know if you heard the doorbell, but we're here. Sup?
Oh gosh.
How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
How's it going? Do you want me to close this?
Yes, please.
Yeah, close that. Please close that. Close that. How you doing?
Doing all right.
I brought you a present. Hold it. You can break it if you want.
I would never break it. It's like an amp of some sort.
I mean, the plug was the most, it's hella expensive, like $30 for a vintage plug. This one is like the volume.
Okay.
And then this is supposed to be like the tone knob.
Okay.
Like that's how you get the frequency of the radio, but I've disconnected that. So you just kind of like, you can surf through different channels.
I'm not getting any sounds, or I'm not getting any signal.
What do you mean?
Is it supposed to pick up FM or AM or?
Oh, no, it's, I disconnected the radio part.
Got it.
Yeah. It's just the amplifier now. So like when you're searching through, you could get like a different like tone.
Mm-hmm.
So like one's louder than the other. And then as you go through, like it'll like dial it back a little bit.
Oh.
It's weird. Like if you wanted like softer, you wanted more crunch.
Interesting. All right, John. Welcome to Guitar Finds. My name's Al. And okay, the first question you asked, which is the coolest guitar here? That's a very good question. There are several guitars that kind of come to mind. First being this one, you know, if you're a Seinfeld fanatic, which I am not, but you know, it's really the centerpiece of this showroom. Yeah, the guitar technician actually got the strap as a present for me, so thank you, Nick, for that. But yeah, we first saw this guitar, I would say, oh gosh, several months ago, and it was on TikTok. Actually, we saw it on TikTok. And then a couple months later, we saw that the guy who built this guitar actually had it listed for sale on eBay. So, you know, there was a no-brainer. It was like, hey, this is a cool guitar. Let's go ahead and, you know, go ahead and buy it and kind of put it in the shop. And now it kind of resides here. We take it out from time to time. If there's ever like a guitar show, we were at the San Rafael Guitar Show this year, and it was the first time on display. We didn't have the most expensive booth. There was booths that had like, you know, $100,000 Gibson Les Pauls and all that stuff. But we certainly had the fan favorite booth because that was the one that everyone was like, can we take a picture of this? And we're like, absolutely, go for it. So, so yeah, that's one of the coolest ones. Another one that I have to talk about, which I absolutely, it has its own spot in the showroom because it's so cool. This is a Mark Johnson, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it, as I drop my orange.
It's got like that color finish, whatever.
Yes.
From purple to green.
You noticed that. So that actually is the builder, Mark Johnson, out of Santa Rosa. He actually said that paint is the same paint that they use on the, what is it, like $100 bills and $50 bills for like that color shifting type deal. So it kind of goes from green to like purple, and just a really, really cool guitar. Well, I'll let you try that one out. EMG pickups, just super rare too. I think he only made like a handful of those.
What about this junior over here?
Oh, yes, a junior. So that's a 58, I believe, 56, 57. I don't know, 50 something. And yeah, we can take it down. I'm short, so
Okay.
I hope I'll be able to. Oh, on my tippy toes. Okay, there we go. Don't try that at home.
Oh my God. You're touching it.
Yeah, so yeah, this is a 58. And I mean, the checking is just surreal. This thing sounds great, plays great. Not heavy. I mean, it was a student model back in the day, so it's not like a boat anchor in terms of most Les Pauls. And it has honest playware, which is super, super cool. You know, like you could tell this one was played and was well loved. And check out the divots. This is how I think these are just so cool. When you see this guitar was actually played, because, you know, there's like the cowboy chords were actually used. So, yeah, great guitar. I love it.
Super simple.
Have you ever played a 58?
No.
Okay, well, today you will. So, I'm not going to try to put it back up there, so I'm just going to hold on for it for now. All right, so you asked me about the amps that we're going to be playing through today. So, first is this Bartell. It's a 40-watt tube amp. A lot of studio musicians know about this brand. Very, very high-end. I don't know all the specs for it, although I probably should, but I just know it sounds great. And that's, at the end of the day, that's pretty much all you need to know. Great tone, great sounding amp. And then right next to the Bartell, you gotta play through this Champ amp. It's a Fender 64, I believe, 63. Really clean for its age. I mean, the grill cloth is nice and clean. There's no rips or anything like that.
A tube amp?
This is a tube amp, yes. And then we have this one right next to it, which is not an amp. It's actually,
I'm gonna play through this one.
yeah. You know, I don't think it's gonna make you sound very good. It might just make you.
I mean, it's gonna be like the light bright thing, like where you stick the lights in there.
Yeah. No, this is gosh, I picked this up a while back. It's funny. Actually, someone actually like came to the shop and was like, "Hey, how much is this?" And I'm like, "It's not for sale." And they just kept asking me like, "Would you do this? Would you do that?" And I was just like, "No, it's not for sale. You have to pay me like a stupid price to get me to want to sell this, because I just think it's a cool piece and I like it." This one actually has a pretty interesting story. So this is, it's not plugged in at the moment, so I can do this. This little guy is what is it? I think it's a Fender.
Is it a Mustang?
No. Oh my gosh, I don't even.
Not a Mustang?
No, it's not a Mustang. I forgot what this actually is. But it is a Champ. Yes. Okay. So, story behind this thing. You know,
That was vintage.
I know, right? Just you saying that, you say that because it looks like it's not. Is that why you asked?
No, because it looks like they still produce those.
They do, actually. They do. But this one is from the 60s, early 60s. And this was interesting because I saw it.
You could tell right away, like on the top too, because of the fuse. Right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think they have those like that.
Well, yeah. So this guitar amp, it was for sale out in Fresno, California. And I think he had a price of like, I think it's like 50, 60 bucks. And I saw it and I immediately was like, wait a minute, this is a vintage Fender. And by the time it was like, I don't know, 8 hours after it had been posted. So I kind of had this, I was like, okay, it has to be sold. So I messaged the guy and he was like, oh, I still have it for sale. So, pro tip, when that happens, this is what you do. You offer more. I know it goes against most people's like beliefs of like, oh man, like why am I going to offer more if the guy's like selling it for this price? Well, this amp is worth, thousands, and I offered him 200 bucks. Now, that might be controversial, but hey, this is what I do. I am a dealer, I buy and sell trade. He was asking the, 50, 60 bucks or whatever it was, and I offered basically double. And he said, all right. So he met up with me and I drove all the way down there and picked it up and yeah, this little amp, and haven't actually played it yet. So I hope it works. So we could be the first ones to actually play it to see. But based off the condition of it, which is really, really good, I suspect it's going to work. But I mean, look at that. Even the back is just
It's
nice
beautiful.
and nice and crispy.
It's fantastic. Like,
yeah.
it looks like a brand new.
It looks new, yeah. So, drove all the way out there, picked it up, and so moral of the story, even if it might be listed 8 hours after it had already been posted, if the person hasn't met up with the first buyer, the first person in line, you always have a chance. Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. All right, so by this time you guys have seen the Costanza caster, checked out the Bartell, checked out the stand-up bass. The Warwick. I want to show you some of the other things that are pretty cool around the shop that I think, John, you will appreciate. These pillows, of all things. These are pedal pillows, have the Tube Screamer, the TS-808. I don't think you can actually get this in the United States. I actually got this, last year, or maybe 2 years ago by now, where was it? In Spain, actually. There's a shop way up in the tip of Spain. If I can remember the name, I'll tell it. But yeah, they were kind enough to ship it to the hotel I was staying at. So I cleaned them out and got 3 of them. I think I sold one and I'm keeping the other 2. So yeah, it's my little pillow, little TS-808 Ibanez official Tube Screamer pillow. Great tone, and you get to sleep and you can, rest your head and dream about tone as for this pillow. And so that's one, and this is its friend, which came relatively. You're laughing there. I see you laughing. Is there any? Why would you be laughing about this?
What is up with that?
It's
What's up with the Phase 90?
that's the on pedal.
That's
right?
like Miho. Little Miho. Little Miho.
No, so the guys over at MXR or at Dunlop, they actually we're located in Benicia. Dunlop is located in Benicia, so MXR pedals, wah pedals, the picks, way huge. Actually, they left these little cool stickers. Tortex.
They give you a bunch of picks, huh?
Yeah, no, really cool guys. Highly recommend them. If you need picks, if you need anything guitar related, accessories, that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I like those picks.
You gotta, I hope that's one of them. Yes, it is.
One.
Okay. Yeah. But anyways, MXR and Dunlop, they came by, really cool guys, and they dropped this off. And when I first saw it, I was like, that is obnoxious, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Once again, can't find these. I don't know where. I don't think this is a product that they currently sell in the United States. I saw like a couple in Japan.
Oh, it's awesome.
But yeah, super limited edition. Not for sale. Definitely keeping it. It's actually really plushy and nice too. So really, really cool. So thank you guys over at Dunlop for that. Okay, and then next is another thing that I think is super cool in this shop. This table. So this is, what I thought was a relatively inexpensive table. But recently I saw one for sale on eBay and the guy was asking like $6,000 for it. I don't think it's worth that. I think he's definitely wishful thinking on the price. But nonetheless, this is a super rare Stratocaster Fender table. It was made by officially licensed product by them, and got this on Craigslist. And was super excited to find this because they just don't come up for sale. And if they do come up for sale, someone's asking a ridiculous amount of money. So I was able to buy this for a relatively cheap price, and was extremely excited to have it in the shop. So this is probably one of the rarest Fenders in the shop, believe it or not. And it doesn't even work. There's no strings attached, but this is the rarest guitar or rarest Fender in the shop. So pretty cool. You probably haven't been behind this door in a very long time, so some of it's kind of changed. So I want to come on and show you guys all that Guitar Finds is. It's a little messy right now. I wanted to show, so I specifically brought this from my house, so I wanted to show you this, because it has an actually interesting story, which at some point I wish to put on my channel about the whole encounter. So, got this guitar, and I know people aren't going to believe me. Like the whole story is absolutely nuts, and I get that, but got this guitar for free. This is a Johann Gustafsson electric guitar, and prior to this whole situation that I was involved with, I'd never heard of this builder before, but arguably one of the best builders in the world when it comes to this style, this like Gibson-esque style guitar.
It's stunning.
It is made in. I'm gonna butcher it. Like I gotta look at the. I gotta look at the customs paperwork to see exactly where this was imported from. Oh gosh, I am not seeing where it was imported from. You hold it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweden, Swedish. There we go. Okay. From Sweden. So, this is legitimately a wild story. So, and yes, this was free. I mean, this is like a 12.
Yeah, that's a nice guitar.
Yeah, like a $15,000 guitar. So actually, I almost like want to guys crisscross applesauce for this one. No, so the story behind this is that there was a gentleman who passed away, and in the process of kind of figuring out his estate, there were some people who were trying to loot the estate. So I was called. It's like, hey, can you go and basically get a real quick like inventory of what's all there, because people are like actively coming into this guy's house after he passed away and trying to just basically take stuff. So I was like, okay, went over there, had no expectations of like what this collection really was, but turned out to be a very, very high-end collection. Like this guy collected a lot of very high-end guitars. And so I did the appraisal and gave him an inventory of like what's all there. And in passing, the person who was kind of in charge of showing me around told me like, hey, by the way, like one guitar was stolen that they confirmed, and it was a $100,000 guitar. And I was like, okay, I hear people talk about, pricing a lot, and I just kind of dismissed it as like, that's not a real price. So it was in the back of my head and didn't think about it. And maybe 2 or 3 months later, someone calls the shop and they're like, hey, I'm trying to sell a really expensive guitar. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it? And he's like, oh, it's a Kim Walker guitar. I was like, okay, I've never heard of that brand. And I said, well, what are you trying to get for it? And he says, oh, well, it's worth $100,000. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I call my contact of this whole inventory estate sale. And I was like, hey, by the way, like the guitar that was stolen, was it a Kim Walker guitar? And literally I shoot over that text, and like 2 minutes later, I get a phone call. Yeah, that's the guitar. How'd you know? And I was like, oh, okay, well, someone's trying to sell this expensive guitar. So we get in contact with the person who is inheriting all these guitars, and they're like, hey, if you can get those guitars back, I will pay you whatever you want. And I was like, well, that's very gracious. But she's like, I just want that one guitar back, and if you can recover that, you want 2 guitars, you want 3 guitars, you want 4 guitars for this collection, I don't care. I just want this $100,000 guitar back. And I was like, okay. So we set up a sting operation, and we were able to recover the $100,000 guitar. So the individual who offered this said, okay, thank you for recovering it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, the person was arrested, and they said, hey, pick out whatever you want from the collection, as many as you want. Like, I don't care. I just wanted this guitar. So I picked out this guitar and another guitar that is also here, and one more guitar. So but no, it was this is not for sale. I'm keeping this because I just think it's amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah.
So that's the whole story on that. So it was a free guitar-ish, I guess. I mean, I didn't pay anything for it.
Oh, you did
but
a little work.
I did do a little work. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Investigation, like Sherlock Holmes.
yeah, and there definitely was someone who came into this building, and when they left, they were definitely not happy with me. So
Like
like,
a Spectre gadget. Like, I'll get you.
yeah. So I'm, on the one hand, it's like it's free, but on the other hand, it's like, they could come back and me. I don't know. Probably not going to happen, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Because they left in handcuffs, so they were not happy about the situation.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, they left in bad tone.
Yeah.
They weren't really toned savvy.
So that's the story on that one. So I wanted to show you this one, tell you the story, and yeah, it's a great guitar, wild story, serendipitous story. The fact that the people who I was tasked with doing the inventory and the appraisal for the collection happened to then months later have that person call me and say that they're trying to sell the guitar. So yeah, it was all ended well for the everyone involved except for the person who stole the $100,000 guitar. So
Okay, you gotta tell me about this furniture. What is up with this furniture?
yeah, so
Did someone custom make this for you?
no, I would never have anything custom made, especially in the age of like Craigslist and whatnot. So yeah, I found this up in Novato. It was like $500 for the whole set, which I think was a good deal. First off,
$500?
yeah, you would think, and I mean, it shows its age, but
But
like
it's so cool.
it is extremely cool. Yeah,
Like
And-
wow, that is cool.
yeah. I mean, it was. You would think that those seats, that seat right there, you would think that would not be comfortable, but surprisingly, it is, because it's like super low to the ground, and you like,
Ah,
it's.
I'm checking it out. Like I'm sitting in the chair. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
I mean, yeah, you
It
don't want to
doesn't
slouch
have a back, though?
Yeah, the back is the
Yeah.
only downside. You got to make
It's-
sure you keep your posture up for that. But yeah, no, I saw it and I was like, I think the shop needs like a nice little place to kind of sit down and chill. So, $500, it was a good deal to pick up. So I happened to have a truck at the time, which was a kind of important piece to have when you're trying to get a set of furniture.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely, definitely. You definitely need a truck to be picking up all this stuff.
Alrighty, so John, I would say this video is over. So if you could please exit the premises, that would be greatly appreciated. But once again, thank you for stopping by Guitar Finds. Al, check something out, buy something. This is the shop. So really appreciate you stopping by. But you didn't buy anything, so get out of here.
A few moments later.
All right, the first clip is not gonna make a whole lot of sense, but I've been working for crime scene cleaners for about 8 months, and Al has been watching and following my boss, Neal, for about 4 to 5 years, and he's followed his personal accounts. You'll hear more about that, but I decided to interview my boss. Okay, the weird thing is like he doesn't know where I work. And it just happened that like he just follows you so much, and this is what he ended up saying. And so like I'm gonna play this for you.
Okay.
So you gotta say that. You've been following him for years.
Oh yeah.
You've been following him? You've been following Neal for years?
Wait, is he gonna see this?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. No, I actually.
Like say something to him.
Okay. This is gonna sound weird because I know that he had
Like even though this wasn't part of the video, like you gotta say it. I can't even mic you up right now. Like the moment is happening.
Wait, is this gonna be in the actual YouTube video?
It'll be at the end.
Oh.
I was trying to figure out what would be the end clip.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, I've been following him on Instagram for a long time. I remember seeing. I think even his person. I think I think if I remember correctly, he has his actual or his personal account and then the business account. And I think I even added him on his personal account because I was like, this is kind of cool to see the lifestyle of someone who cleans up all this stuff. And I was like, oh, beautiful home. I remember it was by a river. I don't know if I'm saying too much, but he posted it, so it's on the internet. But, and there's one thing that he talked about. There's the little House of Horrors, I think is what it's called.
But he was just like, yeah, we can't talk about that. Don't. It was somewhere in San Jose, I believe, and he's just like, yeah, didn't hit the news, but like it was the worst cleanup ever. I do remember that. So like, if I ever got the chance to actually talk to him in person, I'd be like, no cameras, whatever. But like, I'd love to know that story. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like he's in town.
Well, what I want you to do is like start from the beginning. What was it like when you started working here?
Well, uh, well, when I started the company, I was 27 or so, and I was a bit of a loser.
Oh,
I
okay.
had no, I could speak well, and I was smart, and I was motivated, but I had no skills, none. I could drive a shovel, and so I was watching Pulp Fiction, and they killed the guy in the car, and they cleaned it. And I went, fuck, that's pretty. Does that exist? So I researched it for months and finally said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna see if I can do this." And I spent $50, and I was broke, dude. I mean, I had nothing.
And what time was that? Like what year? What year was this happening?
96.
Oh, 96.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. June 2nd, 96 is when I got my business license.
Oh,
Then I
okay.
incorporated after that. But yeah, I got $50 and that I had to borrow, and got a business license, and I got a little shitty job down the street selling appliances at Galvin Appliance in Albany. And the owner there let me use his computers and shit. This is before any internet or anything. So he let me use his computer to do literature and send letters and that kind of stuff. And it just slowly, very slowly started to hit. It took me a year to get my first job, and then it took me another year for my second job. So it was just a lot of work and not quitting, and but I after I got my first job, I'm like, fuck, I know this is gonna hit, because I knew it. It was, it was a suicide, and the customer just couldn't write the check fast enough, and I was, oh fuck, I got something here. I just need to get it going. And so after I don't know, after 2 years, I got a national account with Motel 6's parent company. So all of a sudden, overnight, I have 400,000 hotel rooms under contract. And that allowed me, I made enough money on that to really slow down and take my time and develop my local markets with the police departments and so forth. And yeah, the rest is, as you see. I used to be way bigger. I had 18 offices, and
Oh my God, you had 18 offices?
yeah, we had 80 vehicles, and I mean,
Oh.
we were big,
Yeah.
and then it just got to be too much. So I got rid of a lot of it and scaled down to where I'm at now.
Okay.
And but the company this year in June is 30 years old. So I've been doing this a long time.
What skills does someone need that the most people don't expect for this job?
Well, I think really most people think that we're like CSI investigators. They don't realize we're janitors, So I think it takes, because of the clientele, you have to have a certain amount of intelligence because, you're dealing with cops. I think you have to definitely be motivated, self-motivated, because let's face it, scrubbing shit off walls all day is defeating.
And you're currently hiring right now, right?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I'm pretty much always hiring. That's the hardest part of my job is hiring quality, finding quality people who can do this.
And you're only based in the Bay Area,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. We are only based in the Bay Area now, and our only service area really is the Bay Area. So
Okay.
yeah.
What has been the most challenging scene that you ever had to clean?
Well, there's a couple. There's some more. I've done so many that they run into each other, but I got rid of a humpback whale one time.
Oh
That was
my.
pretty amazing. And the House of Horrors, as everyone asks about, that was a challenging job. It wasn't difficult. It was just very unique job.
Can you say where that was located?
It was in the greater Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah, in one of the counties in the Bay Area, in a decent little neighborhood, in a cul-de-sac,
Oh, okay.
which doesn't exist anymore.
They destroyed the cul-de-sac?
Yeah, they got rid of all of it. Yeah, and yeah, it was you know, it was just a house. It was very bloody and
Was it more than one house?
one. No, it was one house was the subject house, but the rest of the houses were demolished with this house. I have no idea why. Um, but it was lots of blood, lots of dog collars and harnesses mounted on walls, lots of cages. So it was almost like a prison inside of a house kind of setup with torture and I'm
Are you saying
assuming so.
are you saying every single room had
Oh,
cages?
definitely. The whole house was
Oh, okay.
well, not no. Actually, most of the cages and such were upstairs.
Okay.
Downstairs was just it was bloody as well and dirty. And then you go upstairs and it was just a whole different world, you know, with bathrooms that were you know, they didn't have vanities anymore. It was just a shower and, you know, like a floor and harnesses and all is mounted into the walls and all that kind of stuff. Lots of dog cages, different sizes, um, lots of sectioned off areas of the house. I would assume, were used to jail people, you know,
Yeah.
for one reason or another. Yeah.
Or they were eating the dogs.
No, there weren't. These weren't dogs.
No.
This is human blood.
Oh,
and-
this is
and
humans?
such.
Okay.
And we
So
were.
they're using the dog collars for the humans?
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, to bind them and restrict them and
Wow.
keep them locked up. And we weren't hired by local authorities. We were hired by some agency, you know, and it was very tense, and you know, and there was no mystery. They wouldn't let us even near it without signing documents and that kind of shit. They would put me in prison if I broke any rules and all that kind of shit. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even though it's been like, what's it been, like 8 years?
yeah, at least now probably 10, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not that long, but yeah, a long time. Long
Okay.
time. I'll probably I don't know the date they expire, but I probably won't say anything just to
Keep the
be
peace.
smart,
Yeah.
you know, for myself. I don't need any hassle,
No, I
you
understand.
know.
I mean, thank you for sharing what you shared
of
so
course.
far. Yeah. What does it take to run a business in such a specific field?
Well, I don't know that it's very different from any other business. I think what makes us really unique is we're 24 hour. You know, we cater almost specifically to law enforcement, and it's you know, it's challenging in that respect. But as far as the office personnel goes, the girls in the office, you know, they send out the bills, they collect, they do everything normal office staff do, you know, and then we have our attorneys and our CPAs and all that shit. And you know, I think we have much less out front personnel like me. I mean, I'm the only one who handles the phones at this point.
Oh, okay.
I used to have, you know, we used to have in-house 24-hour-a-day dispatchers and all of that shit when we were way bigger, but it doesn't require that anymore. And the phones are pretty important. If you can't tie the customer up on the phone immediately, they're going to go to someone else. You'll find that the customer base doesn't have any patience at all to wait. They want that mess cleaned up like yesterday, you know. Whereas
Okay.
like a normal housekeeping service, mom and dad can wait.
Yeah.
They're not too frantic
No,
about it.
that makes sense. That's
Yeah,
why we
totally.
always get the call.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. If I get the call, I'm going to control the call and I'm going to get it. I'm not going to let them escape.
Thank you.
That's it. That was easy. Did you type those up? Let me see.
You want to see the?
You're anal. You're very anal. Yeah, good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are currently hiring for crime scene cleaners. We are located in the Bay Area. So if you want a job and you're reliable, there's information down in the description. And Qatar Finds, thank you so much for letting me come and check your shop out. I wish I was able to check out more guitars, play through more amps, but maybe another video coming soon. This is not my normal content, so I don't usually go check out guitar shops. But if you guys enjoyed this, please consider putting a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.